What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of El Jardín Perito. Today we're going to be taking the flower, the male flower, off of my ice cream banana plant here to put a little more energy into the bunch that's growing up there. But also we're going to prepare this and cook it, and I'm going to show you how. All right. All right, so to the best of my ability, I am going to attempt to dramatically cut this off at 120 frames per second for your viewing pleasure with a machete. All right, let's do it. Ready? This leaf's kind of in my way. All right. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed it. This is the male flower we're left with, and we're gonna go ahead and take it inside, and I'll show you how to prepare this bad boy. All right, guys, so we have our banana flower here, and set aside over here we have some pink sea salt, or Himalayan pink salt, and we have some lime and just some cold water here. And as we process, squeezing the lime in the water here. As we process this, we're gonna put the parts that we're using in the water here. And this is actually going to preserve the freshness and everything else. So if you see what I'm doing here, I just have a few cups of water in here. Nice pinch of salt there. And my two buddies here are gonna assist me because this is very tedious. They're gonna learn that nice and quick. So basically, this is our flower. And we're gonna take these female flowers here, and I'll try to show you guys up close. Here's a close-up here of what we're gonna do with each one of these flowers. We're gonna remove this part. It's just a petal that's very fibrous and kind of hard. And then we're gonna kind of peel down, and there's this very hard kind of, almost like a stick or a twig piece we're gonna take out here. We're just gonna pluck that out. So Joss, I just showed the camera, but I'm gonna show you one more time what we're gonna do here. See this flower? I'm gonna take this weird leaf off that's kind of hard. We're gonna put this in the trash pile. We already used all that. And then there's a stem here that's very hard. That goes in the trash. This goes in the water to stay fresh.
Okay.
All right, so this is pretty tedious, and we'll be doing this for a while. Let me guys show you how this is gonna work. As you peel off each petal here, it's gonna reveal even more and more. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put all these to the side here to kind of pre-prep things, get things speed lining. But the further we go down, the more tender we're gonna get. And towards the middle of it, you actually don't even need to prep some of those, the really tender ones. These will go to the goats, even though they don't like them that much. They like banana leaves though. Banana flowers are a little more bitter. That's one of the reasons why we made this solution. It's both for the bitterness, but it's also to retain the freshness and the color and stuff. They tend to brown up very quickly. And you'll see these are getting a lot more pliable. When you open it up, it still has those little parts we're talking about, but not nearly as tough. The further we get down to this, the more tender these get, but also when we can't go any further, it gets so small and tender and everything's so tender. Let me see here. Yeah. I'm gonna do a few more layers just in case. But basically at this point, we're gonna disregard that. But all of this can be finely chopped and thrown in with everything else. I'll just put that to the side for now. But we're gonna go through and prep all these, and yeah. All right, so we finally finished up. This is our waist, and along with all the petals here. But this is what we'll be working with. All nice, tender, separated. We have this soaking in that solution here. So you can either keep this soaking in the fridge nice and cool for a couple of days before you use it, or last year I just went ahead and prepared it and stir fried it up. This guy is gonna get chopped, and you chop the pieces into that. Basically, just gonna finally chop it down. A little more fibrous towards here, I'm gonna leave that be. Keep it tender. Give it a chop down the middle. Get rid of that nut. And you're gonna go ahead and put all that in, break it apart. Put it in the bowl here, mix it up. Yeah, we made it a little messier, but you know, that's cool. So I guess I'll go ahead and cook this up and walk you guys through how I do it. So we're gonna go to the kitchen now. All right guys, so we're in the kitchen. I'm gonna be walking and working here. So I'm gonna put the fire on here. I'm going to add a little oil on there. And I'm gonna start prepping a few things. For one, I have some garlic here. I'm gonna crush it up, dice it up. We've got about a half a clove of garlic going here. Chop that nice. I'm gonna keep that oil on low for now. Kind of medium. Okay, garlic's chopped. I'm gonna do a little poblano from the garden here. Add a little spice to it. Some red onion. And some baby bellas for some added flavor. Okay, so that's what we've prepped here. Garlic, portobello, onions, and poblano. We're gonna put that in the oil here. We're gonna stir that around, caramelize it. In the meantime, we're gonna strain all of this. Shaking off some of the water, letting the water drain in the bowl there. If you guys didn't know, water and stir fry don't mix too well. I'm gonna keep that covered for a sec, let it simmer in. I'm not going totally caramelized because I do need to cook all this through. So I'm just looking for a little brown there. Okay, try not to fog out the lens here, but we're looking for something like that before we throw everything in here. Probably could have used a bigger pan, but that's all right. We're going to stir all that in. And I'm going to drizzle a little extra oil on there. I'm using peanut oil. You guys be as healthy as you want, but that has a real nice high temperature, so it won't be smoking. It's pretty common with stir fry. You guys are doing it right. So I'm going to keep that covered for a minute and we'll check it out. So one thing with bananas in general is they retain a lot of moisture. So part of what I'm doing here is uncovering it, letting as much steam as I can and vapor get out, and then still have it on that high heat and just kind of stirring things around. Once we get a lot of that moisture out, we can start browning things up here. Alright guys, so a little hot here. This is where we're at. Things are browning up, getting caramelized. Most of the moisture's out. I'm going to put that on medium. We got some fresh basil here. Usually I'd use cilantro. That's personal preference, but cilantro is not growing right now. It's too hot. We're going to chop this up nice and fine, sprinkle it in. Got the heat turned down. I just remembered I have a curry leaf tree out back. It's real small, but I'm gonna go grab a few leaves and throw them in there. So I grabbed some curry leaf. This is very potent, so I'm just gonna take 2 and put them in the mix here. Put a little heat on there, and I'm actually gonna pull them out after a few minutes. All right. Also, while this is low, I'm gonna do a tiny bit of garlic powder. We already have garlic in there. Bless you. We're gonna do a little bit of cayenne pepper. Get that spice going. We're gonna do some lemon pepper. Quite a bit of lemon pepper. I like lemon pepper. Do a little bit of turmeric. A little pepper, black pepper, and a little bit of cumin. And take that heat back down, stir it all in. All right, now we're done. Last step is some presentation. Soak that pan there. Top it with a little bit of that basil and a little bit of that curry leaf. And that is how we do it. Alright guys, well as always, thanks for tuning in. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions, and if you haven't subscribed by now, you might want to consider doing so. So I'm going to have a lot of videos of this nature. Alright, well as always, thanks for tuning in. Until next time guys.